And that performance was so convincing that the minister, the Potiphar, and then the calming voice came and settled the issue, and he saw the shirt, and he just took a step back, and he goes, wow, you women are pretty good at, this is the kind of scheming you women do. Now, what is you women referring to? To the best of my knowledge, what I can grasp here is that the phrase you women, he used the plural, right? He didn't say your of you women. That was also interesting because there are no other women, it's just her. You know, and some even tried to say maybe there were 2-3 other women there. I was like, no, the Quran's pretty clear. There was nobody else there. It's just this one lady. First of all, he's being a politician when he says this is the kind of scheming you women do. This is from the scheming of you women, because instead of putting blame specifically on his wife, you are a scheming woman, he basically says you women are all the same. So he's generalizing. You see that? When you generalize, you're softening the blow. Why is he softening the blow? Not for her. Maybe a little bit for Yusuf. We'll see why for Yusuf. But there's a crowd gathered. He's got to do like, because if this leaks out, this is really bad for his politics. He understands what's just happened right now, and this game that she just played, and it backfired. This is crazy. He doesn't seem to go crazy over the fact that she cheated on him. He's more upset about the fact that she dramatized and made him look guilty. The qaid part. That's the scheming. So in other words, the thing that can damage him politically is a bigger problem for him. And the fact that his wife was interested in another man is not so much the problem. And then he's saying, kaydikunna, as if women of a certain political elite or a certain financial elite. You see, in class societies, and the fact of the matter is most of the world, if not all of it, has a kind of class society. There's a certain group of people that are in a certain position politically or economically that have a world of their own. They have a circle of their own. They look at the rest of humanity in a different way. They look at them kind of like Yusuf a.s. was being looked at in the slave market. Okay? So those people that have their entourages and they have their stretch limos and they're in the back and they've got their drivers and this and that and everybody else, you're not going to find them walking around in the mall. You're not going to find them at line in a restaurant or whatever. They see themselves as above the rest of society. Okay, they have this, I guess you could call it in some sense a kind of God complex. Okay, and this have their own parties, they have their own morality. They have their own way of entertaining themselves. They have their own world in which they decide what's okay and what's not okay. And their morality and their right and wrong is not the same as everybody else's. It's not the same. In fact, even when they show religious adherence, they only go to a church and kiss a baby because it's election season. They see themselves as above religion. Religion is for these fools that need hope in their lives because they don't have enough. But we need to look religious sometimes for them because, then they'll give us their vote because they'll say he's a believer like I am or she's a believer like I am. You understand? So they use religion as a means for their political, promise. They also use morality for the same reason. So whatever happens behind closed doors, but in front of the press, in front of the public, we have to come across as moral, family values, etc. That's what we have to present. But what happens inside, the White House? What happens inside these closed quarters, the governor's mansion, whatever? People don't have to know. And if any of you are familiar with politics and modern politics and political science, and if you've read memoirs and books of people that were in the Secret Service,